He has been banned by his club. He has been suspended by his country. He has been investigated by FIFA. He has been investigated for racism. He has been linked with abandoning Chelsea. He left his team with 10 men in a World Cup final. He walked off with the finger wag. He posted on Instagram without apologizing. And the new Premier League season starts in 3 weeks. Enzo Fernandez is the most controversial footballer in England right now. Not because of his talent. His talent is not in question. But because everything around him has collapsed into scandal after scandal after scandal. And the question that Chelsea fans, Argentina fans, and the entire football world is now asking is this: at what point does one player become too much trouble to defend? Welcome back to Robert's Football Talk. I am your host, and if you are new here, subscribe right now, because today we are doing the full Enzo Fernandez breakdown. Every scandal, every ban, every investigation, every Instagram post that said nothing, and the emotional truth that Argentina fans need to hear about the player who cost them the World Cup final. This is going to hurt, but it needs to be said. Subscribe now. Zero coding. Let us go. Part 1. The hook. What nobody is connecting properly. Let me give you the full timeline of Enzo Fernandez's last 6 months, because when you see it laid out clearly in sequence, the picture is alarming. November 2024. Fernandez is investigated for posting a video that the French Football Federation described as containing alleged racist and discriminatory chants against French players after Argentina's Copa America victory. The FA in England cannot act because it happened at a CONMEBOL event not under their jurisdiction. FIFA and CONMEBOL investigate. No serious punishment follows. Wesley Fofana, his own Chelsea teammate, publishes the video and labels it uninhibited racism. Fofana later says Fernandez is not racist and has accepted his apology. The story fades, but the footage stays online. April 2026. Fernandez tells a podcast he would like to live in Madrid and would look at his options after the World Cup. Chelsea coach Liam Rosenior bans him from 2 matches: the FA Cup quarterfinal against Port Vale and the Premier League match against Manchester City. Chelsea are fighting for Champions League qualification. They drop one of their most important players at the most critical moment of their season because he publicly cast doubt on his future. His agent Javier Pastore tells The Athletic the punishment is completely unfair and that Fernandez does not understand the decision. He does not understand the decision. Those were his agent's words about a punishment his own club imposed on him for undermining the club publicly while under contract until 2031, June 2026. World Cup begins. Fernandez is one of Argentina's most important players. He scores the decisive goal against Egypt. He scores the vital equalizer against England. He is central to Argentina's run to the final. July 19th, World Cup final, 93 minutes, red card, finger wag, 10 men, extra time, Spain score, Argentina lose. July 20th, Instagram post, no apology for the red card. August 2026. FIFA disciplinary code confirms Fernandez's World Cup final red card suspension carries over to Argentina's next competitive international fixture. September international window. Argentina qualifiers. Fernandez cannot play. That is 6 months, November to August. Racism investigation, club ban, World Cup red card, finger wag, no apology Instagram post, international ban carrying over, 6 months, 1 player. Now I want to ask you something before we go any further. Is Enzo Fernandez a great player who keeps finding himself in the wrong situations, or is this a pattern that tells you something more fundamental about who he is? Drop your honest answer in the comments right now. Subscribe to Robert's Football Talk right now. Because part 2 is where the Argentina emotional truth lives. Part 2, for Argentina fans, the truth that hurts most. I need to speak directly to every Argentina fan watching this video. Because this is the part that nobody wants to say out loud and somebody needs to. Enzo Fernandez cost Argentina the 2026 World Cup final. Not the referee, not Spain, not Ferran Torres, not Infantino, not FIFA, Fernandez. His first yellow card came in the 82nd minute for screaming at referee Slavko Vincic. And then, As Vincic was showing him the yellow card, Fernandez sarcastically applauded the referee in front of 82,000 people. Former PGMOL chief and ex-FIFA referee Keith Hackett told Football Insider exclusively, "In the Premier League, that sarcastic applause would have been an automatic second yellow card. A red card. 10 men. 40 minutes earlier, not 11. He escaped. He stayed on the pitch, on a yellow card, in a World Cup final, having just sarcastically applauded the referee. And then, the 93rd minute came. He went in on Pau Cubarsí. High. Late. Second yellow. Red card. The real red card this time. And he walked off doing the finger wag. The same gesture that says, 'It is not my fault,' at the referee. In a World Cup final, with Argentina's dream dying behind him. Give Me Sport confirmed it. His active dissent toward the referee resulted in a costly and needless booking. His second foul was high, late, and could reasonably have warranted a straight red card. Argentina had to play 30 minutes of extra time with 10 men against the most technically dominant team in the tournament. Spain had 20 shots to Argentina's 2 across the full 120 minutes. Emiliano Martinez made 11 saves. The most in a World Cup final ever. He made 11 saves because 10 of his 10 teammates and none of his 11 were defending for 30 minutes of extra time, and in the 106th minute, Ferran Torres scored. Messi sat alone on the pitch in tears. He had given everything at 39 years old. 8 goals across the tournament. He said they were better, to be honest. 4 words of complete honesty. And Fernandez was the reason Argentina had to face that Spain team with one man short. Now let me ask you something, Argentina fans specifically. Does Fernandez owe you a direct apology for the red card? Not an Instagram post about something bigger than results. A direct apology. For the World Cup final. For the finger wag. For not understanding that when you are on a yellow card in a World Cup final, you cannot go in on Cubarsí in minute 93. Drop your answer in the comments. I want to hear from every Argentina fan watching this. Part 3. The visa threat. The UK politicians who want him out of England. Here is the angle that has been circulating since the Falklands banner controversy. And it needs addressing directly, because it is the thing that people are searching for when they look up Enzo Fernandez banned England. UK politicians have raised the question of whether Argentina players who held up the Falklands banner should face visa consequences. Facebook posts have claimed Fernandez and Lisandro Martinez are getting banned from entering the UK. Those posts went viral, millions of shares. The truth, as verified by multiple fact-checkers, including Meta AI's own fact-check service, is this. As of August 2026, no official ban from English football or the Premier League has been announced for Enzo Fernandez or any other Argentina player. Chelsea have not taken contractual action over the banner. Manchester United have not sanctioned Lisandro Martinez over it either. What is real is this. UK MPs have raised questions in Parliament about visa implications. The Home Office has not confirmed any action. The legal and sporting reality, as MSN's analysis confirmed, is that the players remain eligible to play in the Premier League and keep their contracts. The media and political pressure keeps coming, but no official sanction has materialized. That is the honest truth. Fernandez has not been banned from the Premier League over the banner. Anyone telling you otherwise is sharing misinformation. But here is the uncomfortable question. Should there be consequences? UK Business Secretary Peter Kyle called the banner an egregious violation. Parliament members demanded action. The Falkland Islands government wrote to FIFA. Britain's entire government spoke. And Chelsea deleted their own social media posts about Enzo Fernandez after the banner controversy. Not issued a statement of support. Not defended their player publicly. Deleted posts. That is not the behavior of a club comfortable with its players' actions. Now I want to ask you something. Chelsea deleting social media posts about their own player after the banner controversy. What does that tell you about the club's private view of what happened? Tell me in the comments. Part 4. Chelsea's problem. The player they cannot sell and cannot fully support. Here is Chelsea's impossible situation with Enzo Fernandez right now. He is contracted until 2031. Under contract until 2031. He told a podcast in April he wants to live in Madrid. His agent called the resulting club ban completely unfair. He has been linked with Real Madrid. He posted about a result being less important than something bigger after costing Argentina the World Cup final with a red card. Chelsea cannot easily sell him. His market value has been affected by the controversies, the racism investigation, the Instagram posts, the World Cup red card, the club ban, the finger wag. All of it sits in a file that any serious buyer reads before completing a transfer. And Chelsea cannot fully support him publicly right now because their English fan base is furious about the Falklands banner. They deleted social media posts rather than defend him. That says everything. The new Premier League season starts soon. Fernandez will be in Chelsea's squad. He will play. He will probably perform. His talent is real. But every match he plays will carry the weight of everything that happened in Atlanta on July 15th and at MetLife Stadium on July 19th. The banner on one pitch, the red card on another, the finger wag, the Instagram post, all of it following him into every stadium, every press conference, every social media moment for the entire season. Part 5. The September Reckoning, when Argentina call him up and he cannot play. Here is the thing that Argentina fans need to understand about what happens next. FIFA disciplinary code is clear. Any suspension which cannot be served during a competition is automatically transferred to the representative team's next official international fixture. Fernandez was suspended in the 93rd minute of the World Cup final. The World Cup was over. The suspension carries over. Argentina's next competitive international fixtures are in the September 2026 international window. World Cup is done. So these will be friendly matches or potentially Nations League or other competitive fixtures depending on CONMEBOL's calendar. When Argentina line up for their first competitive match without Messi, without the World Cup to hold the squad together, rebuilding after the most painful defeat in recent memory, Enzo Fernandez will not be available, serving a ban. That begins with Argentina's next competitive match. That is the consequence of the 93rd minute, not just losing the World Cup final. Not just the finger wag, not just the Instagram post, a ban that carries into the new Argentina cycle, into the rebuilding era, into the first matches after Messi. And the Argentine fans who watched him cost their team the final are now going to watch him serve a ban from the team that needs to rebuild without its greatest player. That is the emotional truth of Enzo Fernandez in August 2026. Talented, controversial, banned, unapologetic in writing if not in word, and carrying the weight of a World Cup final red card into every match he plays this season. 6 months of scandal, one player, and the new season has not even started. That is the full breakdown, the timeline from racist chant to red card, the Keith Hackett verdict on the sarcastic applause that should have ended his night in the 82nd minute, the truth Argentina fans needed to hear, the UK visa situation explained honestly, Chelsea's impossible position, and the September ban that carries the World Cup final into the next Argentina era. 3 questions. Drop all 3 right now. First, should Chelsea publicly defend Enzo Fernandez, or is their decision to delete social media posts the right approach given what happened? Second, when Argentina line up for their first competitive match without Fernandez serving his ban and without Messi in the squad going forward, what does the rebuild look like? Third, can Enzo Fernandez rebuild his reputation at Chelsea this season, or is the cumulative weight of everything that has happened in the last 6 months too heavy to carry? Drop everything below. I read every single one. This has been Robert's Football Talk. Hit that like button. Share this with every Chelsea fan and every Argentina fan you know. Subscribe if you are not already here. New videos every single week. I will see you in the next one.